The biggest fall Evel Knievel ever had was not on a motorcycle. It was on a misjudgment.
Shelley Saltman was a PR guy who Evel hired to promote the Snake River Canyon jump. So Saltman accompanied Evel on his tour around the country, and he turned it into a book called Evel Knievel on Tour.
You know, from my dad's perspective, he's out every night. He's promoting the jump. He could live or die. He's drinking. He's probably shooting his mouth off. This Shelley Saltman that was traveling with him the whole time was writing all this shooting your mouth off stuff down. And then after my dad jumped the canyon, Saltman published a book with, I mean, you know, things you say to your buddies when you've had a few too many cocktails that you don't really mean, or you're just being bravado, or, boy, that pissed my dad off. So my dad beat the hell out of him.
The three main points that Evel was upset with, he said that Saltman said he was, took drugs, and that he was an alcoholic, and that he hated his mother.
So he found the guy on the Fox parking lot one day in LA and had a guy hold his arms and broke his arms with a ball bat and says, now write a book about me.
The reason my dad brought one of his Montana buddies with him is this is right after he'd crashed and broke both of his arms. He couldn't swing the baseball bat and hold Saltman down at the same time.
Saltman had to have like steel rods put into his arms.
And I said to him, Evel, what the heck were you thinking about? And he said, look, he wrote stuff in that book about womanizing and other stuff. My daughter Tracy's 13. She's going to junior high school in Butte. What do you think it's like for her to go to school and have people talking about that stuff? As the story goes, when he was going to the judge to plead, and the couple of lawyers were with him and they pleaded not guilty, and he stopped them right there, fired them both, looked at the judge and said, Judge, I did it and I do it again. Do what you will with me.
The charge is hitting the man with a baseball bat, intending to do bodily injury, and I did it.
Evel Knievel grew up in Butte, Montana. And, you know, when somebody does something to you, you stomp your own snakes. And that's what he did.
You publicly slander somebody. That's the lowest thing you can do. And it's the slimiest thing you can do. Did he deserve a baseball bat to his arms? Hell yes, he did.
In my world, all you have is your name and who you are and what you stand for and what you believe in. This guy was an insider to him. This is one of his guys. This is one of his promoters. For him to write that kind of book, that was Evel Knievel's way of handling it.
I did what I did because I felt that after I put my faith and trust and confidence in a human being, that he violated that faith and trust and confidence.
You're a worldwide figure. You need to know how to take the punches. And if you don't like what people are writing about you that's true, change your life. It's simple.
He's a guy out of Butte, Montana, who still may be thinking that frontier justice is justifiable. And it was not, of course.
Evel, due to the beating, was sentenced to 6 months in LA County Jail. He spent about 4.5 months in there and then was set free. You know, I thought Evel Knievel just kind of faded away. I never knew what happened to him. I didn't realize that beating up this guy with a baseball bat was pretty much what killed his career.
He lost his Ideal toy contract. That was his biggest moneymaker. Those toys were the biggest selling toys in history. Really, it was the beginning of a financial tailspin for my dad.